Taking on LaSalle. Last time these two teams met, well, they also played in a tournament. It was in Cancun, Mexico, an 84-73 win for LaSalle in November 2010. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, Kevin.
You've got Providence Fires with their size. Can they handle the quickness of the three-guard attack from the LaSalle Explorers?
You got Duren and Mills and Garland, and that's a handful for Ed Cooley's team.
Yeah, and can LaSalle battle on the glass with the height of Providence?
Ed Cooley in his third year, 39 and 32, his overall record as the Providence head coach. Friars, 15 appearances in the NCAA, but they have not been back there in a while. And for LaSalle, their head coach, Dr. John Giannini. He's got a PhD in kinesiology, specialization in sports psychology. Started coaching at the age of 26, graduate assistant for Lou Henson at Illinois, made a Final Four appearance there, then moved to Division III Rowan in New Jersey, won a national championship there in '96, moved on to Maine, had the best record in that program's history as the head coach from '96 to '04. And then John Giannini's last 10 years at LaSalle. Let's check out the keys to the game, Kevin. What do you got on tap?
Providence transition defense will be huge as we keep mentioning the three-guard attack that LaSalle will put on the floor. And they've also got to stop the dribble penetration by those three guards. LaSalle, Coach Giannini says, quickness over size. We've got to out-quick them, but we've got to be able to compete on the backboard because of the size of Providence.
LaSalle Sweet 16 last season. Providence trying to make it back to the NCAAs for the first time since 2004, but they are off to a 5-0 start for the first time since Rick Barnes coached the team in the 90-91 campaign. Jason Goebel, Sean Hall, and Roger Ayers are your officiating trio. We're underway. Providence basketball. Danny Lee, Kevin Lehman, Monica Jonigan. The Virgin Islands Paradise Jam, brought to you by Easy Bonds. Glad you can settle in with us for the second of two games tonight. Maryland already winners earlier. And here's the first shot of the game, put up by Kadeem Batts, but it will stay Friar basketball.
Batts really likes that 17-footer and launches it on the first possession for Providence. Here's a matchup I'm going to love watching. Tyrone Garland on Bryce Cotton, the leading scorer from the Big East last season.
First touch by Henton, he's denied by Steve Zach. Garland over to Tyreek Duren, averaging over 39 minutes a game to lead the nation, coming in. Misfires on the layup, and it's Harris, the NC State transfer, with the rebound. Batts. And out of bounds he goes, and it's back to LaSalle. Well, we talked about injuries, and that's been certainly an issue throughout this tournament with a lot of teams, but that is something that LaSalle is dealing with as well.
Steve Zach with a bad ankle. Didn't do much in their shoot-around today. Got it bandaged up and a brace, heavy brace on his ankle.
Yeah, he hurt in the win over Morgan State on Friday night, 81-59. Carson DeRogers takes a quick appearance. The Wake Forest transfer ushers out Kadeem Batts.
Batts picks up a quick foul. Coach Ed Cooley going to put him on the bench.
As Sam Mills dropping it off for Zach, and a flourish. Here's Bryce Cotton, the 5th Friar ever to lead the Big East in scoring when he did it a season ago. Matched up with Garland, the sharpshooter for the Explorers. DeRozier's behind the foul line, way off. Put back up, that won't go for Henton. Underneath the Zach, and it looks like all's well to start for Steve Zach.
Providence wanted transition defense and stop dribble penetration. On this play, they give up both. Do not get Garland stopped in transition, and then he able to cross over, goes right down the heart of that defense. Providence starting in a zone because of that three-guard lineup.
The foul against Henton is his first, and Zach can't convert the free throw. Ed Cooley said biggest worry was the guards, but so far it's Zach scoring all 4 points.
but it's coming from that guard penetration. One thing that's hard to do, Danny, is get your zone defense set in transition because you're not running to people, you're running to spots.
Here's Cotton matched up with Garland.
And look for LaSalle to try to take advantage of Providence in transition as Providence tries to set the zone.
Tried to force it. Mills with the takeaway. Garland down the lane, drops it off to you-know-who. Zach once, twice, and DeRosa says no. But the putback is there. Jarrell Wright, who's been dealing with a head cold. I mean, everybody out there on the floor, it seems. Ed Cooley even was running a fever of over 100 degrees, had to move up the start time of their shoot-around before.
Jarrell Wright, like a lot of these LaSalle players, really efficient.
Here's Garland spinning around, whips it underneath the Mills, and LaSalle off to a quick start, 8-0.
Tyrone Garland has made play after play to start this game. He has got into the heart of the Providence defense. Ed Cooley needs a timeout to get this straightened out.
And almost the same start that we saw in the Maryland game when Maryland allowed the first 7 to Northern Iowa, but this is the preceding play.
You called him microwave Tyrone Garland as he creates offense for his teammate, Sam Mills.
8-0 the count, and we're only 2 minutes and 36 seconds in. And Providence, the other night, saw them fall behind to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt had a 16-point lead. It was 56-40, and then they closed the game out on a 27-4 run. Ed Cooley's team is no stranger to runs, Kevin.
Well, he may have them right where he wants them, down 8-0, but I don't think Providence was ready for the quickness of these 3 guards that LaSalle has. They are all 3 junkyard dogs.
A couple of games ago in the 89-60 win over Marist, Providence went on a 37-2 run. They score points in bunches, and here's the first time today that we see Chris Dunn, and he's a playmaker. Here's Fortune. Cotton strip, gets it back. 15 on the shot clock.
Chris Dunn moves Cotton to that scoring guard position. Dunn, an excellent penetrator. There's a ball screen for him.
Dunn drops it off to Rogers with 5. Steps back, jumper over right, doesn't draw iron.
Zach has been active. The ankle looks 100%.
Here's Garland, the transfer from Virginia Tech. Drops it off to Mills. Underneath Jarrell Wright, the jump hook, and it's good over DeRozier's, and it's 10-0 LaSalle.
Providence, after that timeout, they got out of the zone. Ed Cooley got him back in a man-to-man defense, challenged his players to get down and guard. Too many gaps in the zone defense did not work as they got down 8-0. Now down 10-0.
Here's Dunn, dribbles it off the foot. Wright goes back to Dunn. 8 on the shot clock. Fortune the pull-up, and it's his last name certainly living up to expectation as he scores the first 2 for Providence.
Fortune started 18 games last year. For this is a Providence team that is extremely experienced. Mission, they got in the NIT, beat by the eventual champion Baylor in the quarterfinals of last year's NIT. A lot of experience coming back for this Providence Friar team.
Garland, a 25-point scorer on Friday night. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Underneath Zach. Oh, he got it stripped. But a foul is going to be called. And it's on LaDante Henton, his 2nd foul. Adding to the troubles. LaSalle 10, Providence 2. More to come after this.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think.
Defense, we've got to get back on D and have passion. Bring up the intensity, guys.
It's funny, Kevin, because we spoke to John Giannini this afternoon, and one of the things he said is that when he goes out on the recruiting trail, he recruits those guys that are hard to defend, and right now that's proven to be a good strategy.
John Giannini said, I don't care about position or size. I want guys that are hard to guard. He's got 3 guards out there that are 6 foot, 6'1". Providence cannot stop their dribble penetration.
Zach misfires on the free throw again. He's 0 for 2 tonight, 6 for 13 on the season. Missed 7 games last year due to a sprained left foot. We mentioned playing with a sprained left ankle. Suffered against Morgan State the other night. 5 points for him, 5 of the 11 for LaSalle. And the boys from Philly taking a quick lead, 11-2.
Also at that shoot-around, they put 30 minutes on the clock. Coach Giannini had him out at 26 minutes. He said, we do not leave the game on the practice floor. Always has a very short shoot-around.
Fortune, the 3, well off. And right now the shooting woes not doing Providence any favors either. Here's Mills.
And LaSalle coming out of this game with great energy. Maybe something to that psychology degree that coach has.
Inside the lane, Duran runs out of real estate. Nice pass, but blocked away by DeRozier's on the pass off by Wright. And DeRozier's with 3 blocks in the early going. Here's Dunn. Cotton lifts from 3, and he gets it.
Cotton with Mills in his face. Knocks down the triple.
Cotton just under 20 points per game last season to lead the Big East. And it's 11-5 LaSalle. Duran the entry to Wright. Wright against the big body DeRozier's. Goes over DeRozier's again. Dunn stripped from behind by Duran. Loose ball on the floor. Who wants it? We have a held ball. Batson Lewis in the possession arrow. Looks like going LaSalle's direction. So another turnover for Tyler Harris and Providence.
One of the things Ed Cooley did in this last little stretch was bring in 3 smaller guards to combat the speed. This is a great score here, number 25, Terrell Wright. NCAA tournament last year, he shot 81%.
He averaged 14.5 points per game, almost 6 rebounds per game in the NCAA tournament run. He gets a breather, and LaSalle in the gold uniforms bringing it up the floor, leading by 8. Here's Mills, and a miscommunication leads to the turnover.
And Ed Cooley started in that zone with his long front line, switched to a man, put Tyler Harris on the bench to bring in a smaller guard court, including the point guard, Chris Dunn, but now back with Harris in the lineup, a little bit larger.
We mentioned Ed Cooley. How is it that you're making these big runs in games lately? He said 2 words, Chris Dunn. Well, Dunn's out there, but Cotton nearly turned it over. That wasn't looking the way he was passing. Here's Kadeem, nice move. That will not drop either, and a scrum again for the ball, and it's Duran out of the fray. Oh, behind the back, pretty move. And Zach off with the board.
This LaSalle team, they attack the glass in transition. You have to get back and get set.
Over on the wing, Lewis. Duren with 9 on the shot clock. Brown from 3. And Rohan Brown, who just checks into the game, can't get it to go. Harris there with the rebound. Here comes Kadeem Batts. The other night had 8 points, 6 rebounds. Or 10 points rather, 4 rebounds for Providence. 18 on the shot clock. In the corner, Harris, the mid-range jumper, that will not go. And now it's Batts and Zach. And Mills will come out for the first time today in place of DJ Peterson, who has one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in the nation. 14 assists, just 1 turnover. There's one thing about LaSalle, they don't turn the ball over a lot.
Oh, unbelievable ball handling team. They do not beat themselves, average about 9 turnovers a game. But there's Providence going to flex their muscles on the inside as Batts scores easily. Batts with a monster year last year, 15-7. Co-Big East most improved with Michael Carter-Williams now in the NBA. Here's Brown, can't get it to go. DeRozier's can't grab it, but it goes back to his Friars anyways. The dribble penetration by LaSalle is distorting the defense of Providence, allowing LaSalle to attack the offensive glass. They're getting inside position because the posts have to rotate over to stop dribble penetration. The Rozier's out, and Lee Goldsboro, the junior from Newcastle, England, will take his spot. Goldsboro played briefly on Friday night. Now he's in there for Providence, down 6. Here's Dunn streaking to the hoop. Batts the strong move, but he's fouled by Zach. Providence trying to draw closer, down only 6 now. Free throws on tap, 11:46 to go in the first half. You're on the CBS Sports Network.
We're at the 2013 Paradise Jam. In 14 years here on St. Thomas, we've done a lot of awesome things, but never something like this.
This is the water jetpack, new here to St. Thomas. Anyone who's ever dreamt of flying, ever wanted to learn how to fly, this is about as close as it gets. On an introductory flight, you're going to be porpoising like a dolphin, you're going to be running on the water, and of course flying high like Buzz Lightyear. So those are kind of the 3 things you're going to be doing in an introductory flight.
Perfect. Right arm up, right arm up, right arm up a little, right arm up. There you go. Just like that. That's exactly where I want you. Right there. Very nice. Oh, you're ready to fly. What I want you to do now is slowly bring your arms up till just your feet are in the water. And now that you're there, just start walking with those legs. You're walking on water. Okay, so all you got to do to go underwater is you're going to bring both hands down into the water. When you're ready to come back up, bring both hands back up. Very nice. Very nice.
People who have ever gone parasailing or jet skiing, anything like that, this is going to be completely different. This is the newest adventure basically here in St. Thomas. So you guys actually have this great...
Of course, you have that tradition there. So many good coaches coming out of that conference. Everyone from Dr. Jack Ramsey to Raleigh Massimino and everyone in between. But the last 14 years, the so-called Big Five champion, they all play against each other. And they were the co-champions, LaSalle, last year. But the last 14 years, the champion of the Big Five of those 5 schools in Philly, LaSalle, St. Joseph, Temple, and Nova, they have all, and Penn, have all advanced to the NCAA tournament. Kadeem Batts knocking down the free throw. You see his numbers. It makes it a 13-8 score. He's now 17 of 20 from the line on the season. And Bryce Cotton with a very short rest, taking out Goldsboro at the same time that Brown comes out, and LaSalle replaces him with Mills.
Ed Cooley trying to bring in a smaller team for the defensive end and a larger team when they're on offense. Now a little full court pressure by the Providence to slow down this attack, to push the offense out a little bit farther for LaSalle.
LaSalle basketball, here's Wright. Mills pass back to Garland. Garland yet to shoot the ball. And that's a headline grabber in itself. Right corner, the three-pointer is off for Mills. And here's Dunn leading the charge. Dunn trying to take it all himself. Can't get it to go.
Dunn can penetrate, but a little bit out of control at the end of his drive.
Garland the pull-up. And that one falls through, soft touch.
Garland just did a crossover, and Tyler Harris stood him up. That is a difficult matchup for Tyler Harris at 6'9". He's trying to guard a 6'1" ball handler.
Garland, LaSalle's leading scorer at 19 points per game. In the corner, here's Cotton. He doesn't think too about leading and scoring, gets it stripped. There's Batts on the baseline. Good denial by Garland on the much taller Harris.
John Giannini kept talking about it's going to be quickness versus size. LaSalle has had the advantage at the offensive end. Providence has not been able to attack the inside of LaSalle's defense.
The straightaway jumper from 19 is good from Batts.
And Batts loves that little rub and pop move. He's almost a better face-up shooter than he is on the block with his back to the basket.
The senior from Boston, Mass. Down the lane, and it goes to Wright. Nice feed from Duran.
Is Wright ever efficient as an offensive player?
Dunn whips it in the corner. Cotton for three. This may be Providence ball, yeah. They couldn't corral the rebound, and it cost them.
Another dish. As Wright finishes. That's why I said a high field goal percentage. He is a recipient of all the guard penetration and great passers for LaSalle.
In the paint, another jump hook and another score for Batts. He's already off to a quick start, making his last 3 shots. He's got 8 points total. There's Duran taking it on, the aforementioned Batts.
Batts experienced some foul trouble against Vanderbilt. Fresh legs tonight.
Garland around Fortune.
Garland has been able to turn the corner on everyone that has tried to guard him.
Garland, another big shot. You may remember his antics against Ole Miss. That shot they call the Southwest Philly floater against Mississippi to advance LaSalle to the Sweet 16 last year.
And we also hit a big shot this year to put the game against Manhattan into overtime. Microwave, but he can hit big shots when needed.
Oh, and Batts is just a one-man wrecking crew right now for Providence. 4 shots in a row, and now he's got 10 points, and is going to the line on the foul by Garland to make it a 3-point play.
John Giannini needs to make some adjustments here. Batts has scored in, out. And he's getting to the free throw line.
Wait, just that quick touch of the ball from Dunn.
Dunn really makes this offense move for Providence. When he enters the game, it just lights everyone up. The ball movement is quicker. It gets caught into a position where he can catch and shoot. I like what Providence has done, though. They've got in that zone. They've kind of extended their defense, making their point of attack defensively farther out. So LaSalle isn't coming at him with a head start run. But, boy, this is a handful right now. Garland has had his way.
Lead down to 4. Garland airballs the shot, but a foul on the rebound. Bats can't believe it. And you know what Ed Cooley thinks about it from the sideline. He's not a happy man.
Well, Garland hit that last shot with a defender hanging on, and that time Coach not happy with that decision as he had a defender right in his face, but great out-of-bounds play. And
it puts his leading scorer in a little bit of peril. He's got 2 fouls as Bats now.
So DeRochers make a nice block on that out-of-bounds play. Well executed by LaSalle, but erased by DeRochers.
Here's Chris Dunn, the sophomore. Trying to slip it out to DeRochers. And fortunately for Providence, it doesn't end up in their 5th turnover of the first half.
They call that their Laker flip. It's a ball screen for Dunn, and they turn around and ball screen. He changes direction twice, trying to get some penetration by Chris Dunn.
Fortune off the cut. Oh, he got it. Nice shot. Fortune not the guy you'd expect to be hitting threes. Only a 28%er coming in, but he draws Providence even. Here's Garland trying to attack, and he's fouled and going up for 2. So LaSalle's 10-point lead is now all gone. It's 19-19, but Tyrone Gardner and the Explorers trying to take back the lead when we return.
If you've seen and heard Gene Hackman Hoosiers, it's called the picket fence, and don't get caught watching the paint dry. As Zach Fortune comes over a triple screen and drains the jumper.
All squared up at 19. Kadeem Bats with 11 of those 19 for Providence. And we've got more from Monica Jonigan.
Guys, Coach Giannini in that huddle focused on Lewis. He said, we don't make excuses. We do not make excuses. You got to close out, and you cannot give up that three-point shot. He was very focused on Lewis in that huddle, guys.
There's Coach Giannini, who just became the second all-time winningest coach in the history of LaSalle behind Speedy Morris. You know, last year, LaSalle on their way to what they accomplished. They beat 3 pretty good teams, ranked opposition. Butler at 9, VCU at 19, and K-State at 12. It was a pretty successful, and Coach talked about it being the most gratifying in his 10 years at LaSalle.
Of course, then knocked out of the tournament by Wichita State, who went on to the Final Four. But LaSalle, the darling of the tournament, right now, Tyrone Garland is causing all sorts of problems for this Providence defense. They could not get him stopped.
We've got the zone going right now against against Providence. And here's Dunn. Underneath Harris, going up on Zach, and he's denied. And now tied up, and a held ball be going LaSalle's direction. Wow, Zach is having a good game. 5 points, 4 boards, and an emphatic block on Harris.
Steve Zach has excellent timing inside, gets off his feet quick, times his jump. Been a real factor inside for LaSalle.
Here's Duran. LaSalle basketball, and their lead 1. Garland the pull-up, and he's got it.
Tried different people on Garland. They have not got him stopped yet. He has had his way with the Providence defense.
Garland 7 points on 3 of 3 shooting. Harris the step back. Oh, and it rolls in for him.
Tyler Harris hit some huge hoops in the comeback for Providence against Vanderbilt. He continues that streak in this game.
Zach inside midcourt, and here's Duran setting up shop for the LaSalle Explorers out of the A-10.
After a slow start, Providence really fought their way back in this game to tie it at 22-22.
Garland trying to draw the foul on Dunn, misses his first shot, and it's pinballed to Cotton. Cotton will take it all the way, and Duran sends it out of bounds. The block's certainly there for LaSalle, providing the defense, Kevin.
Cotton, that's one of his favorite moves. There he scores on that baseline play, but he wants to turn the corner and get high off the glass.
Oh, and Giannini did not like that at all. After the block on the out-of-bounds play, Cotton, the leading scorer in the Big East last season, wide open.
You should not allow an easy basket.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morning.
All right, so LaSalle's had a 10-point lead. Now they find themselves trailing for the first time in the game. What is Coach Giannini telling his team in the huddle, Kevin?
Both these teams have been, the coaches have been real technicians. They both changed the way they're going to play. Ed Cooley countered, started with a zone, came back with man. Now let's see if LaSalle can get back in the flow. Garland has been a huge factor for them. Tyreek Duran, rather quiet in this game.
Duran at the moment is taking just one shot and has not scored. Now Dunn's all over the ball, and Duran's going to try and take it. Now he outlets to Peterson. The 19-footer not there. And it's Providence ball.
Ed Cooley always talks about icing the ball screen, which he did that time. He wants to keep the ball on one side of the court. Do not let the player, in that time, Duran, use the ball screen. It's creating problems for LaSalle.
Cotton on Duran. Drops it off to DeRozier's. The jump hook is there for the big man. Transfer from Wake Forest. 26-22, Providence's lead is now 4.
Because again, that ball screen defense, they're trying to pin it on that left side, use the sideline and the inline as a defender. And watch the Providence defender jump to the screen and keep his man from going over the screen. It's been very successful for us. It's kept Garland and Duran out of the lane on dribble penetration.
In the corner, Duran being hounded by Harris. Duran puts it up, not there, and DeRozier's the rebound. Here's Dunn for the Friars, loses it. It's out of bounds, and whose ball? It's gonna be LaSalle's.
Well, as talented as Chris Dunn is, he's a little loose with the ball when he gets inside the defense. He's got to jump stop and squeeze it. Try not to get so fancy with it and finish his plays as he's going to take a seat on the bench.
Going to bring back Goldsboro. He's a member of the English U18 national team. And trained with the U20s, was the youngest member on that team.
Now this is that big lineup for Providence. It puts Tyler Harris on a quick guard.
We got a stop in the action here as the officials are over at the scorer's table, and it provides a break. And yes, the scoreboard is out over on the southern side of the building. Providence leads 26-22, 4:48 to go. So far, the leading scorer for Providence, Kadeem Batts with 11 points, leading the way for LaSalle. Darrell Wright with an 8-point game on 4 of 4 shooting so far, Kevin Lehman.
Danny, I want to know how you know that's the southern end of the gym, because I don't have my...
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Also driving us. If you don't have your bearings, then where are you taking me?
Well, to get back to the hotel, we know you stay close to the water and keep turning right. It's been very successful for us.
Yeah, where the crow flies. Unfortunately, there's no crows on the island. 26-22 Providence on top of LaSalle, 4:45 to go.
Little zone trap action by Providence out of the timeout.
Garland goes baseline and bowls over Goldsboro, and it's an offensive foul.
Ed Cooley does a great job of pushing buttons with his bench. There it is, that play we always talk about. You got to have your feet set before he starts his shooting motion. Goldsboro is there in time, and that is not easy with the new rules to pick up a charge foul.
It's a second on Garland, and here comes Cotton, the senior from Tucson, Arizona, but can't get it to fall. Duran the weave with Mills. Cuts back to the right, the head fake, and he's in trouble. Nice pass by Mills. Zach up and under and in.
And Zach has been effective as he gets kind of behind the backboard. Lets that dribble penetration pull the defense up. He's able to catch and finish.
Zach was the earliest scorer. He has 7 now for the Explorers. DeRozier's the mismatch. The jump hook, no. But Harris gets it out of bounds along the baseline.
Zach gets his hands on the ball again. It's great mitts inside by
Cotton will work it out toward midcourt. Cotton, who committed to Providence Labor Day after his senior year in high school. Talk about a late comer to the party. The shot is there for Fortune.
Fortune is finding his groove tonight. They're giving a big lift to Providence.
14-point swing in this first half. LaSalle was up 10, now they're down 4. Zach again.
We're probably able to get Zach pushed out. No double teams. They don't want him to throw it back out to those perimeter guards that can do a blow-by. Good defense by Providence.
Fortune's already surpassed his average in the first half. Here's Cotton going up, can't get it to go. And the foul is going to be called on Khalid Lewis. Providence 28, LaSalle 24, 2:45 to go, first half. Easy Bonds, Paradise Jam here on CBS Sports Network.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think.
Said happy that they were off yesterday because he was under the weather. He had flu-like symptoms, so he had the team doctor fit him with an IV. He got some rest yesterday, and he's fired up in the huddle today, guys.
Said he had a fever of 100 degrees, and they moved their shoot-around up early. That allowed you and I some bonding time in the gym earlier today, Kevin.
Well, Ed Cooley, it's going to take more than an IV, a fever, and some flu symptoms to keep him out of this game.
Cotton nails the free throw. He's got 6 points tonight.
Well, when you look at this LaSalle team, you see they don't shoot the ball very well from the arc, so you're tempted to zone them, which Providence did to start the game. But that allows their guards to get in the gaps. Providence has had much more success when they've switched back to man-to-man.
And we haven't seen the best Cotton has to offer yet. He was 5 of 16 the other night. LaSalle struggling since that hot start. Coming down the left side of the paint, it's not there for Khalid Lewis, and Khalid Lewis is battling a little bit of a toe issue.
Garland, who was doing a lot of damage for LaSalle, picked up the second foul, went to the bench. And Batts, who did early damage for Providence, also with 2 fouls, and he sat on the bench.
Lewis nursing a sprained toe and a broken hand, bone in his hand, missed the first 2 games of the season. Here's DeRozier's up and under on right, blocked by Wright, taken away, and LaSalle's got it back. Right on Goldsboro. Good defense from the Friars. Duran trying to drive through the defense, and he is called for a palming violation.
Well, Ed Cooley has pushed the right buttons on the bench. Goldsboro's given him a huge lift. You remember he put in Ted Bancroft in the game against Vandy. Made a huge play. There's that crossover move. Slips. Turnover.
Duran really feeling the heat so far tonight. Has not scored. That's for a guy coming in with a 17-point per game average. Here's Dunn. 6-point Providence lead. Fortune's had a good first half. In the corner, here comes Goldsboro. DeRozier's off glass, no.
DJ Peterson has really done an excellent job inside that last rebound and making some plays in the interior of LaSalle's defense.
The runner is there for Duran's first points of the half.
And we talked about him being quiet. They've got to get Tyreek Duran, the stat sheet stuffer, untracked.
78th consecutive start tonight for Duran. DeRozier's one dribble, and DeRozier's can't hang on. Up the floor, Mills. Walks the tightrope. And Duran can't hang on. Another turnover for the Explorers. Well, we saw the first 10 scored by LaSalle. They have come unglued. 30-16 since that point.
Providence made those adjustments defensively, and with the addition of Garland going to the bench with that second foul, it's really slowed down LaSalle's offensive attack.
Chris Dunn, Bryce Cotton, the air ball on the floater. And with 30 seconds to go, here's Lewis to Mills.
Providence has got their defensive transition settled down here as this game went on. Now you're going to see LaSalle run this clock down. A little zone look by Providence. See if we get a ball screen on the corner of the zone.
Mills drives baseline, the 15-footer, no. Zach, the putback, no. Right, can he get it in before the horn? Oh, tough way to end the half. But LaSalle, a frustrating first half, Kevin. One in which they got out to a quick start, but John Giannini's team not leading at the end because Providence put on the defense.
A great start by LaSalle, but Providence was able to, after a couple timeouts, get their defense adjusted and slow down that attack by LaSalle.
Monica Jonigan is with Providence head coach Ed Cooley.
Coach Cooley, like the opening game of this tournament, your team coming out a little slow, but they managed to get it together. What did you say to them to get them to pick up the intensity?
Well, I mean, we were on our heels. You got to credit, LaSalle. LaSalle did a really good job putting us on our heels with the momentum, pushing the ball. We were tentative in our zone to start off. I think our zone got us started off slow. We're a man-to-man team, and, that's what we had to get to.
Your guards not really giving it to you so much in this half, but Bats holding it down for your team. What do you tell your team going into the half, coming out to keep up this lead?
We got to come out the first 4 minutes and make sure that we establish ourselves on the interior. They're a really quick guard-oriented team. We got to make sure we impose our will offensively by playing inside-out basketball.
We know you were under the weather. How you feeling today, Coach?
Still a little bit under the weather, but you know what? It's game time, and I got to man up.
Thanks. Good luck. Guys, back to you.
Well, being on the winning side of the scoreboard always helps you feel just a little bit better if you're a head coach. Providence shot only 35%. They turned it over 6 times in the first half, yet they find themselves on top of LaSalle. 30-26. The Paradise Jam continues. We're at the half here on the CBS Sports Network.
During the Paradise Jam, not only can you enjoy spectacular views like this, but for the right price, you can own a beautiful villa out here at Botany Bay.
We're out here today at Villa Witta, which is a $25 million property that spans over 15,000 square feet of usable space. It's on 4 acres on a waterfront lot, and it's inside the Botany Bay Preserve, which is managed by the Timbers Resorts based out of Carbondale, Colorado. They picked the nicest 400 acres on the island. It overlooks the Mermaid's Chair, the west end of the island, and out over to Culebra, Puerto Rico, and the Spanish Virgin Islands. The entire home is based around the lifestyle that a pirate would probably enjoy. It certainly shows it in the collection of artifacts. It's sort of a modern-day pirate has this fortress where he keeps all the bounty that he's collected, and I think that's really how the owner looks at it. Also, the quality here, the workmanship inside, it's second to none, absolutely no expense spared. There's a lot of antiques and original artifacts. There's actual treasure chests that were recovered from pirate ships, original cannons, and several 17th century antiques. There's actually a chandelier from a Russian opera house in here that was disassembled and reassembled here. And obviously the location is incredible. It's probably one of the best home sites in the Caribbean. It has to be experienced to be believed. It's really more of like a fairy tale type atmosphere than anything I've ever seen. The U.S. Virgin Islands is uniquely set up for people to take advantage of the tax benefits. There's no state or local taxes other than federal taxes for residents. Anybody who resides here gets to take advantage of that, and the price points are all across the board from $300,000 to $25 million. There's pretty much something for everybody. Give us a call at USVI Sotheby's International Realty. We'd be happy to help you online, or sotheby'srealtyusvi.com is our website.
I heard a rumor that you were giving away free hotel rooms, and I was just wondering if if that's true and if I could get one.
No, sorry. We have been giving away T-shirts and other goodies that they're throwing out throughout the game, but no hotel rooms.
You all have worked with Basketball Travelers and the Paradise Jam on this tournament for 13 years now for the men's tournament. Give us a sense of how it's evolved from then to now. It's beautiful, it's bigger, you have better teams, but the infrastructure is also better, the relationships are better. Give us a sense of how that is.
Well, I personally work with the team because I deal with their contracts also. So I've seen it grow. I've seen the incentive to make the tournament grow. We give them deadlines and they meet them. They exceed our expectations. So it makes for a great sponsorship, and we are so happy to work with them every year.
What is the feedback you get from not only players and coaches, but the visitors they bring down? Northern Iowa chartered a flight, and it wasn't exactly hard to get people to fill up the flight. And the Panthers have the best tans in the gym, by the way. The Northern Iowa Panthers are very tan. What is the response you get from people who come to the Virgin Islands for this tournament specifically?
Well, I think even if you look at the weather now, I think most people that come are very happy to get out of the cold, and they love the destination. The people are warm. We have something for everybody, something to offer, from small kids to grandparents to the parents that travel. So it makes for a win-win situation for them. They come, they see their teams, and then they have a great vacation in paradise.
You work hard for this all year long. Are you a basketball fan, though, truly?
I am. My father actually worked here. He coached the Bucks for many years. And then he named my brother Kareem Abdul Hanneman. Does that say enough?
That pretty much tells the story. Thank you so much for joining us, Elenis. And thank you for joining us here at the U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam. We have more when we come back.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think. Call us today or visit our website.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport required.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more at newtek.com.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go.
Everybody thinks I'm the inside man, so.
We're leaving for Christmas, on Christmas Day actually, to go out to California. And you know we have 3 guys from California. As you know, your teammates don't have, some of them really don't, their families are really fragmented or they don't really have families. So this is kind of our way of keeping them together and helping them and us staying together for the holidays. So it's a family, and that's what this whole process is about.
So for some of those guys, what about them coming, spending some holiday time over at our house?
Well, they're more than welcome. As you know, a couple guys have done that since we've been there. But Thanksgiving will be the time that they can come by.
We play on Thanksgiving this year?
No, we play the day after. We play Maryland. We play
Okay.
Maryland the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay. So maybe we should eat a little early.
Yeah, we should.
Day.
When it was coming down for you to choose where to go to school, to be honest with you, I was a little apprehensive about it. I mean, clearly I wanted to coach you, and I wanted to be a part of your continued development. What was that process like, that thought process like for you?
My primary thought was just winning. And I mean, to date, the MEAC championship 5 out of the last 7 years, 3 banners the last 7 years. And because at the end of the day, you know, I always recall you saying that's what you want to do. You want to get to the NCAA tournament. I figured this would be a great opportunity to do so.
And clearly, when we're in practice, you call me coach, and then, you know, at home you call me dad. I've been hard on you almost all your life, and now I'm hard on you as a basketball player. You know, how's that whole thing?
It's pretty much coach during the season or coach during the weekdays. Maybe dad on weekends, on some of those weekends when I come home. So it's a little tough, but I'm able to separate it. So I mean, I feel like it comes with the territory.
So you've agreed with them sometimes calling me a blankety blank?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah. All in all, you think, how you think it's worked out? You think it's worked out pretty good?
I'll get back to you in March. I'll let you know then.
That's fair.
The Morgan State Bears feel right at home here in Paradise. They were hosted by the governor of the Virgin Islands, and the Alumni Association boasts more Virgin Islanders than any other program in the tournament. We will be back with more from the U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam. Stay with us.
Fortune helping to fuel the Providence rally. Providence held the advantage in rebounds. Their win over Vanderbilt was the first time this season they had not won the battle in rebounds. They're good from the line, but you see 18 points in the paint. We talked at the top of the broadcast about LaSalle's guards, but they got a lot of points from their front court.
Once off dribble penetration by those guards, they got in the heart of the defense, dish it off for points in the paint. A lot of those going to Steve Sack, but look at second chance points for Providence as they got offensive rebounds and were able to score with putbacks.
Monica Johnigan caught up with LaSalle University head coach John Giannini at the break.
Coach Giannini, your team started this game with a 10-0 run. You ended the half down 6. What does your team do to get back in it?
Well, we're down 4 right now, which is better than 6.
Better than 6.
But we fell asleep on a couple out-of-bounds plays. We got out-fought for a couple 50-50 balls. We didn't finish a layup at the end of the half. I think those are the kind of things that are the difference.
Let's talk about your guards. You guys are stacked at that position. What are you doing to get Garland and Duran into this game a little more and have them be more productive?
You know, their defense is good. You know, we're attacking them. We're setting ball screens for them. And it's just going to be a battle. We've had some success, especially with Tyrone, but it's going to be a battle. They're a very good team.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thanks.
Well, Cotton starts things off with a three-point shot that does not go. Henton looking to get possession. It's still loose on the ground, and LaSalle finally picks it up. Henton, another guy, also struggling with foul trouble in the first half.
Dante Henton scoreless as he had to go to the bench early. Let's see if he can make a difference here in the second half.
One of the guys we highlighted before, and Jarrell Wright, pulling LaSalle 2 points closer.
Jarrell Wright 5 for 6, and the only shot he missed was that putback at the buzzer.
Providence sticking with their starting 5 to begin the second half. Over on the baseline, it's Batts to Henton, a couple of guys with foul trouble. Batts a productive first half, and it continues. 5 of 7 from the floor. He's got 13 points.
It's going to feed the beast, give the guy with the hot hand the ball. Batts is that man right now.
Garland pulls the trigger, can't get it to go, and here's Cotton leading the break. Harris spins off and puts it through with the left hand. And that leads to a quick timeout. LaSalle now trailing by 6, and Providence off to a quick start here in the second half. 18:27 to go. We'll step away. The Friars up on the Explorers by 6.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh. Come on, boy, just a little. Scott.
Business is tough, but with great offers at Avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a bizcation.
Welcome to the United States Virgin Islands. We know you'll enjoy your stay in one of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. We invite you to visit all 3 islands: St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. St. Croix offers some of the most incredible dive sites in the Caribbean. Explore the pier, a shipwreck, the wall, and even go on a night dive. And with 7 flags having flown over this Caribbean jewel, St. Croix offers one of the most diverse cultures in all of the Caribbean. Want to hike, swim, and explore an underwater trail and an incredible vista all in the same day? Then you can't miss St. John. With 2/3 of the island dedicated as a national park, it's easy to find a view that takes your breath away. St. Thomas offers some of the best shopping deals in the Caribbean, and the U.S. Virgin Islands duty-free limit is $1,600, so be sure to take advantage of the savings. If a romantic destination wedding is in your future, plan your hassle-free nuptials in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Don't forget to let your guests know that there's no passport required for U.S. citizens. For more information on the USVI, log on to visitusvi.com or download our free My Virgin Islands smartphone app to learn more about things to do, restaurants, shops, and much more. Explore the endless unscripted vacation opportunities that await you. Thank you for visiting the
team. He even told us keeps his shoot-arounds to only 30 minutes on game day. Says there's nothing productive to be done by running your team thin on the day of a game, and that's what he did here today.
And they certainly came out of the gate early with that 10-0 lead with fresh legs.
LaSalle in the gold uniforms. They did get off to that quick start, but they've been trailing ever since the second part of the opening period. Zach from about 18 can't get it to go, and it's Providence, one and done on LaSalle again.
Wonderful, like Dante Hinton become a factor in the second half.
The spin in the lane, Bats doing work, but gets fouled, and we'll get 2 shots.
Bats has been hungry at the offensive end, and his teammates know it. He does a great job of pinning the ball fake, the old up and under move.
Bats a perfect 3 of 3 at the line in the first half, 18 of 21 on the season.
He's got an excellent release. When's the last time he's seen that up and under movement? I lost art.
He's an old Malone staple. Karl Malone, Moses too, why not? Bats drains them both. And it makes it a 36-28 score. And Jarrell Wright is getting some counsel from his head coach as he goes to the sideline in favor of Rohan Brown.
Cotton has done a nice job on Tariq Duren. Duren has not been a factor offensively.
Cotton with the reach. And he picks up his first foul of the game. So LaSalle will get it, ball out of bounds just in front of us. Mills, Duren, Garland. As mentioned, Rohan Brown. And Steve Sack rounding out their 5.
Duren with only 2 points, came in and averaging 17 for the Explorers. Bryce Cotton is really locked on to Duren.
Duren will whip it backwards. Head fake for Brown. Mills looking, surveying, drops it off. Nice pass to Zach.
I'm sure that's something that Coach Giannini talked about at halftime. They're going to ice that ball screen, keep you on the same side of the court. Quick slip by Zach, so he scores.
Harris on the other end, though, attacks the basket and has a chance for a 3-point play.
The transfer from NC State is a great skill set, and we saw him post early. Oh, watch Zach slip. No rotation by Fortune. And now we got Harris and his ability to score. He can score inside, outside. What a tough matchup for a guy. He's 6'9", can stroke the 3 ball, knows how to use his body when he attacks. Ed Cooley doing some coaching in the huddle.
This is the largest lead for Providence. 8 points, 17:07 to go. You know, Ed Cooley was at Fairfield before stopping over at Providence from 2006 to 2011. But one thing still trying to do in his career, make the NCAA tournament. You mentioned a long dry spell. Providence hasn't made the tournament since Tim Welsh coached the team back in 2004. All of you out there probably know, or probably are very well aware of their success in the past in the 70s, as well as under Rick Pitino getting to the Final Four. And Ed Cooley is certainly determined to get this program back to those heights.
He was emphatic at his shoot-around to tell me how much he likes his team. He really has fun with this team, and he likes them loose. He looks like a mean, tough guy on the bench, but he has a great relationship with his players.
Harris completes the 3-point play. And once again, having himself a nice night with 8 points and 4 rebounds. And it's now a 9-point lead. This is LaSalle's biggest challenge. Well, the game, they were up 10 early. The winner plays Maryland tomorrow in the championship game in the nightcap, or at least the late cap here. It's an 11 o'clock Eastern start time.
You heard Ed Cooley say at halftime in his interview with Monica that we are a man-to-man team. He's challenged his team to guard this 3-guard offense, and they have responded after being down 10-0.
And one of the things we talked about in the first half was the job being done on Tyreek Duran. Leading scorer, just 1 for 3 with 2 points to this point. Here's Harris. Bangs into Rohan Brown, and it'll be called for an offensive foul.
Tyreek Duran also with 1 assist. This is a guy who came in averaging over 4 assists per game. Providence defense has really locked onto him. Bryce Cotton has been the man.
Here's Duran up the floor for LaSalle. Mills streaks to the hoop, tries to go around the defense of Henton. Zach retrieves it. Garland by Harris. Nice move.
Garland is fearless when he attacks the rim. He doesn't care how big the guy waiting is. His ability to move the ball around in the air around the defender.
And Providence can't hang on, and a crucial turnover will lead to the break. 15:40 to play in the second half. Providence 39, LaSalle 32. Got the Easy Bonds Paradise Jam. Tyrone Garland trying to pull LaSalle closer. Stay with us, more to come.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott.
Providence by 7. Easy Bonds, Global Payments, U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam. Not a syllable too soon. Not everyone can be a quarterback, so get inside the minds of those who can. Join Phil Simms, Rich Gannon, Steve Berline, and special guest Hall of Famer Dan Marino on NFL Monday QB, delivered by FedEx tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern, only on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Well, we've got a 7-point game, Kevin, and what jumps out to you at this point?
LaSalle has struggled to shoot the 3 ball. They've had struggled to get good looks. They go 9 for 28 against Morgan State. Providence has really locked on the perimeter. LaSalle just 0 for 4. They've only gotten 4 threes up in this game.
Let's now go and join Monica Jonigan, who has an update for us.
Coach Giannini told us a big guy, Brown, in the huddle. He says, you can help us win this game if you guard number 10. You can help us, but you've been letting him kill us all night long. And he told his guards, keep going to the basket, keep driving. It's working for us. Don't let up. Guys?
Your thoughts on that, Kevin?
We're talking about Bats, who has been a wrecking crew for Providence. Coach Giannini challenging his players to put the stops on, especially challenging Rohan Brown.
Garland will inbound for LaSalle. The Explorers down 7. Just getting it in time is Mills. The senior from Sunrise, Florida, 4th all-time at LaSalle, entering the year in 3-point percentage. But well defended by Harris. Now on Henton, 10 on the shot clock. Garland with 5 on the clock. stripped and taken by Cotton. Here comes Cotton in a foot race around Brown. Oh, and there's the follow by Harris.
Tyler Harris has been all over this court. Scored a putback, scored inside.
Zach can't get it in transition, but Duran there with the rebound. Zach on bats. Garland to the bucket.
Mills and Duran have been under control, kept under wraps by this Providence defense. Garland has done some damage, but you'll watch Providence, they're switching all the perimeter screens guard to guard because of their length. And these three guards are all the same size. Why not switch?
Henton will elevate for three and bury it. Henton, his first three of the night, came in a 16-point-per-game average, but a couple of early fouls in the first half, and now Zach with the answer for the Explorers.
Zach with the left for LaSalle has been very effective inside.
3 in double figures for LaSalle. Garland and Zach with 11, Wright with 10. Long three from Harris. Here's Duran down the lane and up and in.
That long three out of the corner. Long rebound, starts the fast break for LaSalle. LaSalle wants that open court type of game where they can get 3-on-1s that's quickness can take an advantage over the size of Providence.
LaSalle not a strong three-point shooting team coming in. They're 0 for 4. Bats gets it back. Up again, no. Zach with the rebound. Here's the sharpshooter, Garland. Mills can't hang on. It goes to Duran for 3. Here comes Cotton exploding up the near sideline. And that's no good. Henton for Providence, blocked and fouled. And Zach is the aggressor for his 3rd foul of the game.
Hit Wyatt in the first half because of foul trouble, but he's starting to make his presence felt. Knocked in a jumper and now at the free throw line.
Dante Henton, very good high school career in his own right. 4th in the history of Mid-Michigan with 2,000 points. Yeah, he's on the list with Magic Johnson. Misfires on the free throw.
And he is Ed Cooley's first recruit, first commitment. Had committed to Dayton, changed his mind when Ed Cooley took over the head Providence. Ed Cooley said, junkyard dog. Loves this young man. Great competitor.
16 points, 8 boards on the season coming in. Providence up 6. Four for Henton. It's a 7-point game with LaSalle controlling.
LaSalle was able to get some open court game here, but now Providence, when they get their defense set, LaSalle has struggled. They've got to be able to get this thing up-tempoed, create some gaps so they can drive. This defense by Ed Cooley's Friars has been very, very solid.
We'll see another palming violation. It's whistled on Khalid Lewis, but between Dunn and Harris, that's a lot of wingspan right there. Up into
what I'm impressed with is their footwork defensively. As Dunn makes a smart move, gets Lewis on his back, is the foul call.
And Khalid Lewis, the transfer from Delaware, gets his first foul. Here comes Dunn and the Providence offense. Nearly got in trouble with his own palming violation, but it was tipped by Lewis. Here's Henton underneath. Harris can't hang on, but he'll be going to the line for 2 shots.
Providence needs some sets that take advantage of their size. Tyler Harris, a tough matchup at 6'9", a little block-to-block screen. Bring him inside with a height advantage. Harris at the free throw line.
Harris, another good stat line for him. His brother Tobias in the NBA, the Orlando Magic at the moment. Spent 1 year with Tennessee.
He's still talking defense with his players.
Second shot is good as well for Tobias Harris. Providence 10 of 11 at the foul line tonight. 47-38 Providence on top. Peterson back on for the Explorers. Jarrell Wright, jump hook with heavy defense. And the rebound to Garland. Tyler Harris in defense now has to play the trailer. Here's Garland down the paint, the layup, no. The putback there for Wright.
Garland takes it right down the alley. Once again, Providence defense does not get him stopped, and that was off a rebound where he actually hesitated. They've got a full head of steam all the way to the rim.
Down the lane goes Henton, can't get it to go. And here's Duran trying to run it for the Explorers. And he loses it off the back of Jarrell Wright, no less.
Well, one advantage LaSalle has, they have a number of players that can start their fast break. They need to get this, again, I'll say it, into an open court game. If they go against that set defense of Providence, they've had trouble scoring.
As DeRozier's back into the game for Providence. Dunn, Fortune, Henton, and Tyler Harris the 5 for Ed Cooley. Just over 10 minutes to go. Providence by 7. Dunn drops it off. Harris goes up. The left hand, no, but the putback is there.
Well, Harris at one wing, Hinton at the other has really caused problems for LaSalle because of the size and strength of those players.
Garland challenging DeRozier. That's a lot of body to go up against. Here's Dunn. Takes it and denied by DJ Peterson. And a timeout on the floor. Now LaSalle trying to rest on their defense here and hoping to get some points to draw them closer. They're down 9, 10:28 to go. Stick with us. The Paradise Jam on the CBS Sports Network.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think. Call us today or visit our website.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport required.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more at newtek.com.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh.
Come on, boy, just a little.
Scott.
Business is tough, but with great offers at Avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a biz case.
On CBS Sports Network. Well, Kevin, it's a 9-point game right now. Providence leading. They've pretty much led throughout the second half, and for a large portion of this game, ever since that great start by LaSalle, how do the Explorers start chipping away?
They've got to get open court situations. Providence has done an excellent job of going back and getting their defense set. Duran has got to get his game going, and Mills. Duran with 4 points, Mills with just 2. Again, Providence defense has been excellent after a slow start.
And the story for Providence, Bryce Cotton, 7 points, 2 of 9 shooting, but they really haven't needed him, and he's out of the game. And they'll be done running the point. over on the near side.
And Providence has also gone inside the line. They haven't taken long shots. Those long shots would help LaSalle start their fast break. And as we see, Bats not in a triple.
As you say that, Bats does indeed. And Kadeem Bats, his first three-pointer attempted, and it's good to give Providence their first double-digit lead of the game. In the corner, Peterson, but it's a two. His foot was on the line.
Miscommunication by Providence in transition defense as Peterson slides to the corner. No one covers him.
Bats with a new season high with his 18 points. And Fortune travels. 10-point lead, and now LaSalle trying to take advantage of these giveaways.
Transition here by LaSalle.
Here's Duran for the Explorers.
And this is not a bad turnover for Providence because they can get their defense set. Doesn't allow LaSalle to get open court situations off a turnover. They get their defense set because it's a dead ball turnover. You can live with those as a coach, especially against a team with this much speed on the perimeter.
Zach on the baseline with 10 on the shot clock. LaSalle down 10. And a bad pass leads to another turnover. Number 8 on the night.
Ball screen defense has been excellent also by Providence, and it has eliminated the three-point shot by LaSalle because they can't get the penetrate and kick. They're not able to draw the defender off their three-point shooters. Only 4 three-point attempts by LaSalle.
Fortune comes out, Cotton in, but Fortune has given Ed Cooley an unexpected boost with Cotton struggles. Here's DeRozier's to the hoop, puts it in and draws the foul.
Pick and roll is huge in today's basketball game. Run to perfection by Chris Dunn and the big man, Carson DeRozier. Miscommunication, and Duran just decides to get out of the way because he gets there late.
Third foul on Duran. DeRozier's to the line. 5 of 6 on the season now. And here comes Tyler Harris back in, taking out Dante Hinton. And Peterson out for LaSalle with Tyrone Garland back in. Zach in the backcourt, and that was not what LaSalle wanted. They did not want their big man taking the inbounded ball, but Providence does get whistled for the foul. It's on DeRozier's, his second.
Well, DeRozier came running up there like he was a guard going to steal that inbounds pass to Zach. Picks up an easy foul.
A couple of 7-footers battling out there. Jarrell Wright, athletic play to put it in.
Now you got to wonder why Providence did that full court pressure, open up the court for LaSalle, and they made Providence pay.
Over in the corner, the speedy Dunn, and he travels. More pressure in the backcourt from Providence.
This is light pressure. Last time they were overplaying it, gave up an easy 2 points at the other end. We talked about how effective Providence is when they can set their defense.
Garland blocked from behind by Dunn.
Great defensive play by Chris Dunn.
Dunn the lob underneath. Trying to go up as Bats, can't get the jump hook to fall.
Now the speed of this game is starting to favor LaSalle.
Duran rolls it in and draws the foul.
LaSalle wants quickness over size. If that court opens up, they can make plays as Duran does there. Splits defenders. It's the kind roll.
The senior from Philly, second team All A10 a year ago, first team All Big 5. 14 a game last year, 17 a game this season. And the durable Duran pulls LaSalle within 8. 8 minutes to go. Glad you can settle in with us.
Providence backs off their defense because they've extended it, and LaSalle has made the Friars pay.
And the Friars' chants grow louder as they did the other night against Vanderbilt. In the corner, Cotton under pressure. He grabs a rebound, but can't get it to go. And DeRozier's there again, another second chance opportunity for the Friars. 14 offensive rebounds tonight for Providence.
A big lift by DeRozier's off the bench. What a nice convenience for Providence to have that talent and come in big body. Soft hands. He's made some good plays tonight.
8 on the shot clock. Taken away by Duren, and he's all alone as he lays it in.
Duren with a slow start, but he's certainly making his presence felt now when this game is on the line. He's got his team back within 6.
Surprised no timeout by Ed Cooley here.
He may take it once they cross half court. He's going to let him play.
Now it's down to 6. Cotton will drive unimpeded and put it in. You know, Cotton's off to those slow starts. He has been known to pick it up, and the game calls for it late. Right. Zach the tip. Duren all alone. Oh yeah, he can hit from there too. And there's the timeout.
They've waited one too many possessions for that timeout. As LaSalle scores one by accident as the ball kicks out, knocks in the 3 ball. Loose ball pops out. Those step-in threes are the easiest ones to hit, and LaSalle, the bench celebrates. They can smell the comeback.
Now, John Giannini was giving out the nicknames. We had the microwave for Garland. He called Duren the comfort blanket. All those minutes and all the points he scored, he's been big.
And a little bit different flavor of this game. Providence against Vandy was down and made the run. Now we see LaSalle down and trying to make a run back. Shoe on a different foot for Providence.
Friars up only 5 now with Cotton trying to penetrate and nearly gave it away again. It'll lead to a timeout so both teams can reset themselves. The Friars 57, the Explorers 52. Stick with us. CBS Sports Network coverage. Paradise Jam continues.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
The 2013 Easy Bonds Paradise Jam. The Providence Friars 57, the LaSalle Explorers 52 is 6:03 to go in their 5th all-time meeting, Kevin. And right now, Ed Cooley talking with his bunch. He's seen a 13-point lead cut down to just 5.
They've got to circle the wagons here. Bat's having a big game with 18 for the Friars as he scored inside and outside. And LaSalle with Duran starting to heat up a little bit.
Duran now with 9 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Providence leading the way. Bats with 18 points for LaSalle. They have 3 different double-figure scores. With Jarrell Wright, 14 points on 7 of 10 shooting from the floor. The 5th all-time meeting. 3 of those have gone the way of LaSalle. As he mentioned, the last time they met was in Cancun, Mexico in 2010, an 84-73 win for LaSalle.
Steve Zach been very effective, but there's the big guy right there, Batts. Kadeem Batts with 18 and knocked in a 3-ball. 6 of 11 for 18 points. He's been perfect for the free throw line.
He's looking for his first 20-point game of the season, at 8 of them last season, including a 32-point game last December 1st against Mississippi State. All right, we got a 5-point game. Providence on top, and with the ball, here's Henton. 6 on the shot clock. Do they realize it? Here's Cotton. Gets Duran in the air, but can't connect.
Steve Zach with his 11th rebound, along with 11 points, a double-double for the guy that had the bad ankle.
Baseline, Peterson drives, and the block by Batts, but he got a piece of the arm, and Peterson will be going to the line for 2.
And that would be Batts' 4th foul. DeRocher's going to the bench. Batts may have to take a seat. He is not happy. Got the hot hand, does not want to go sit down next to Coach Cooley.
Peterson nails the free throw. Let's send it to Monica Jonigan now.
Guys, Coach Giannini likes what he sees from his team on the defensive end. He told them in the huddle, the defense is what cut this lead. Keep it up. We need to crash the boards and get back, guys.
Well, that rebounding has been so big for Ed Cooley's team. They lost the battle of the boards against Vanderbilt for the first time this season in their victory on Friday night. And here they lead by only 2 rebounds over LaSalle, 32-30. And in the score sheet, they're only up by 3 now.
And that rebound is so important for LaSalle because it's going to start their fast break. They need open court transition game. We've said that over and over again, but that's how LaSalle can win this game.
Here's Henton. Explorers tied for 3rd in the Atlantic 10 a season ago. Sweet 16 appearance in the tourney. Baseline drive, Henton puts it down.
Well, how many times have we seen that from Dante Hinton? Left hand, he gets on that isolation play on that left wing and slices right to the basket.
Well, we talked about him to start the broadcast. He had a slow start, but is starting to pick it up. He's got 6 now, 5-point game. Now LaSalle having exchange issues. Here's Mills, drives to the hoop, nothing there.
That ball touched the rim, so they have a new shot clock for LaSalle, but they need to score quickly. They're not doing it with threes, they're going to do it with penetration.
And that goes through, and it's 59-56. And yep, LaSalle continues to hang on, trying to push their way through to the Paradise Jam championship game tomorrow.
Well, you talk to your team now about making multiple stops. LaSalle has to make back-to-back stops.
Just over 4 minutes remaining. Tyler Harris. Denton decides to pull up for 3. Peterson falls down. Duran comes out of the fray and runs right into Cotton. And Harris takes it right back. Cotton the 3, and it's wedged inside the rim in the backboard. And on that note, we'll take another timeout. Providence 59, LaSalle 56. The look on Ed Cooley's face tells you just about everything you need to know about Providence's situation right now. It's a 3-point game. Stick with us for the conclusion.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rated E for everyone.
Living this life on island done. Now that I am free, soak up the sun, swim the sea. This is how life's meant to be.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morning.
OB play. Great comeback by LaSalle as they've got this within 3.
Now, the Explorers don't have to go exploring too far to find their leader. He is it. 14 points, and he's come on strong. A very quiet first half for Duran. In fact, he only took 2 shots or 3 shots in the first half of play and made only 1 of them. Now the home run pass for Peterson, and a foul at the floor as Duran takes a hard spill. No penalty flags on the play, but there are plenty of whistles.
Gutsy call by Coach Giannini as he sends his man deep, but gets tangled up with Dunn's feet. Duran goes down. And now we have both teams. 6 fouls. Are going to be shooting one-on-ones. Be very important down the stretch. Who can make their free throws?
So all that does is it makes it an easier pass in for Peterson.
I'm still a little surprised why Providence is pressuring this 3-guard attack at 90 feet from the hoop.
Both teams out of fouls, each with 6.
Providence has been so good in their half-court defense. Spread it out has really given an advantage to LaSalle.
Duran now bumped, and now his free throw shooting prowess will be on display. Third on Henton, so now a 78% career free throw shooter, and Tyreek Duran will go to the line. Senior from Philly.
Slow start by the senior, but he has come on strong in the last 5 minutes. Needing this comeback opportunity to get his team within 1.
We mentioned a Warrior making a 78th consecutive start here tonight, and helping to fuel this rally by LaSalle. It's a 1-point game. Providence once led by 13 in this half. Another good finish here into Paradise Jam. Cotton, no. Tipped though by DeRozers.
DeRozers with 7 off the bench. Big lift for Providence.
There's Duran crossing over Henton. Oh, you don't want to go among the trees. Henton sends it away. Now the bench over for Providence will call a timeout. Ed Cooley is talking to a 7-footer DeRozers. It's always entertaining to watch Ed Cooley coach.
I love watching him. Going to his practices are an adventure. Boy, his guys play hard for him. DeRozers just slides in there. That's great timing, soft hands. Gonna push Zach out of the way. Huge lift off the bench by the big guy who transferred in from Wake Forest.
From Windham, New Hampshire. There's a Central Catholic High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. A couple of state titles there. Came into the weekend leading the Big East in blocks. We've seen him turn away a number of shots this weekend. It's 61-58. Providence trying to hang on to this lead. But LaSalle not making it easy for him.
Boy, Ed Cooley wanted this timeout. He knows how important this possession is. He's got a 3-point lead. He needs his team to execute and score in half-court offense.
Keep Peterson out there with Duran and Mills in the front court of Wright and Zach for LaSalle.
And brings Batts back in, who picked up that 4th foul. He needs him at the offensive end.
Cotton, Harris, Dunn, and Henton, the other 4 for Providence. Under 3 minutes to play. Harris poked away by Duran, but he's whistled for the foul.
We've seen this play a number of times by Providence. It's a block-to-block screen, and Harris has been effective in almost every time they've run it, either scoring or getting to the free throw line.
Well, he'll be walking on eggshells. Will Tyreek Duran the rest of the way. 2:49 to go in regulation. He's got 4 fouls now. Harris sinks the free throw. Harris came in 11 for 13 from the line. And he's a perfect 5 of 5 in this game. The NC State transfer. Now with 16 points to go with his 7 rebounds. Right, backing down to Rogers, takes another step, and it falls in gradually. 2.5 minutes to go, and it's still a 3-point game. Here's Dunn for the Friars.
Boy, the Salle will not go away. They answer every challenge when Providence is trying to hang on to the slim lead.
Trying to match the 6-0 start of 23 years ago. Here's Harris on his move to the hoop. Pass Zach, no, right with the big rebound. And Peterson will bring it forward. And now gives up to Duran. Under 2 to play. Peterson into the paint. Cotton trying to save it. Done. And now Harris to the hoop, puts it up, and will go right back to the line, and that might do it for Duran. And it's his 5th foul, and the spark plug for the Explorers. We'll have to watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
That's really going to hurt LaSalle. He has been the leader in bringing them back into this game. And now you've got Harris at the line. It was a perfect 5 for 5.
Tyreek Duran fouling out 16 points.
Well, Coach Giannini he talked at halftime about getting the loose balls. This is one that Providence gets. Duran tries to get out of the way, but brushes him. And you're going to have Harris at the line.
And we have not seen a whole lot of Tyrone Garland. And when we talked to Coach Giannini today, he mentioned how proficient Garland has been in scoring, but the one question he had was the consistency on defense. But now Garland checks back in as Duran goes to the sideline, and now Harris has been perfect at the line tonight. Back to the stripe, perfect 5 of 5.
Well, Harris has made some huge plays today, some huge plays 2 nights ago against Vanderbilt. 6'9" can play that wing. It is a difficult matchup. Now let's see if Garland can pick up where Duran left off.
It's Mills running the show inside midcourt. Right off the rub, gets inside, and a blocking foul will send Wright to the line as Tyler Harris is now back on the floor and guilty of a 2nd foul.
Well, LaSalle has really changed their attack. They're using some high-low looks now. As you see Zach with a great delivery inside. Jarrell Wright not able to convert, but they're getting some high-low looks against this Providence defense.
Wright, a preseason 3rd team All-A-10. Can't get it to go. And Kadeem Batts once again trades places with DeRozier's.
Ed Cooley putting Batts in for offense. DeRocher's in for defense as Batch has 4 fouls.
And that's no good by Jarrell Wright. 2 important free throws, not converted, 80 seconds to go. Salle has not led in the second half.
We've seen a lot of Chris Dunn here in the second half. He has ran this Providence offense a little rough in the first half and very good in the second half.
8 on the shot clock for Harris. Tyler Harris on his way to the hoop. Turns around on Mills and banks it in. Oh, what a huge shot.
And Tyler Harris has up huge.
Here's Garland, now a 7-point game. Can he convert? Yeah, he does. And LaSalle will use the occasion to call a timeout. Harris now with 20 points, but a 3-pointer for Garland to give him 14 points. And while we have the chance, let's take a look at tonight's brilliant play of the game, brought to you by Marriott Frenchman's Reef. Marriott is making travel more brilliant, one idea at a time. And for LaSalle, it was Tyreek Duren. Actually, I'm going to say it's Jarrell Wright on the putback as the Marriott Frenchman's Reef play of the game. Marriott making travel more brilliant, one idea at a time.
There's the steal by Cotton. Tyler Harris comes in and finishes it up. Runs the court as he has done all day long. Big basket for Providence as they're hanging on to a 4-point lead.
Harris, a 20-point game tonight, 7 for 7 at the line, 6 of 12 from the floor. His best game as a Friar in his first season as a transfer from NC State, and up the floor. Bryce Cotton is fouled. And a test of wits at the line, but Cotton came in a 90% free throw shooter and has made both of his attempts tonight.
LaSalle forced to foul as the clock has become the enemy for LaSalle and a friend to Providence.
Cotton, a quiet night tonight, 10 points on 3 of 15 shooting.
But again, in the second half, Bryce Cotton makes his presence felt.
Fortune replaces Henton.
Brings in Zach Fortune. Providence going to defend the 3-point line now. You're going to give up 2. You allow a 3 at this situation, and you certainly do not want to foul.
30 seconds to go. Here's Garland firing another 3. No. Harris, the rebound, and the foul on Khalid Lewis, and it might be academic from this point forward as the Providence fans sensing their team's first 6-0 start since 90-91 when they started 6-0.
Well, here's a perfect 7 for 7 from the line, and of course we're at a 2-possession game, a chance to get it to 3 possessions with just 26 seconds left on the clock.
Harris, what a game for him. 21 points on the night.
And Cooley's got his 3 guards in along with Harris. Take away the 3 ball.
Garland will bring it forward for LaSalle, 71-63. Garland up, and Dunn blocks it away. Harris blocks it away. And how appropriate that the star of the game for the Friars makes the defensive play to wrap things up. And Providence will be taking on Maryland in which should be a very interesting final here tomorrow night. Final score, Providence 71, LaSalle 63, and Ed Cooley's team is 6-0 for the first time since 1990, Kevin.
They are down 10-0, get refocused, set their defense, able to come back and take the lead and control this game throughout the second half.
And Tyler Harris has a new career high from this contest of 22 points, bypassing The 21 he scored against Brown on November 13th.
Bats chips in with 18.
Cotton
Gurd was 16 for LaSalle, and most of that damage done in the second half after they got a huge start from Garland.
Well, we mentioned Tyler Harris, a career-high 22 points, and appropriately enough, he joins Monica Jonigan.
Tyler, that block at the end of the game pretty much said it all about your contribution to your team. Give us a sense of how you guys pulled this off tonight.
Oh, man, everybody came together in the end. We started out real slow, but we picked it up in that first half, and then we just wanted to finish it in that second half, and we pulled it out. It was a good game.
You know, you guys have tremendous guards on your team with Cotton and Duren, but they were kind of quiet tonight. Give us a sense of your big men and how you guys were able to pull together and sort of put this team on your back and get the win tonight.
Well, we got so many